んにちは、YKK です。今日はスペシャルゲストに来てもらっています。
忍者マンキーさん、忍者マンキーガイ。
忍者マンキーガイ。ネイさんって言うんですけど、ネイさんさん。ネイさんさん。Nice to meet you。
はい、はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。
ね、彼の YouTube チャンネルでは、日本のトラベルルールについてのアップデートとかをチャンネルで話されてるんですけど、私がネイさんを知ったのは、彼が今年の何月 When did you go to Japan?
8月。
8月夏ボーダーオープンする前に日本に行っていて、その時に日本のテレビニュースにいっぱい取材されてたんです。そう、He's a famous guy on Japanese TV news それで知って、でジブラルタルに住んでると。でジブラルタルってイギリス領なんで、
はい、イギリスです。
イギリスなのでイギリス人です。
はい。
でそれを知って、あ、私もイギリスに住んでるからちょっと連絡取ってみようと思って今日会うことになりました。
はい、日本語とても難しいです。
English と Japanese ハーフでいきます。What are we gonna talk about? でいろいろ考えて、やっぱり日本人とイギリス人だから、カルチャーショックについて話してみたいなと思っています。日本の文化を知ってるイギリス人、イギリスの文化を知ってる日本人、2人でちょっとカルチャーについて話そうと思うんですよ。Cultural differences start! So, what's the first thing you noticed when you went to Japan?
Everyone is very polite.
おー、それみんな言うね。Everyone says Japanese people are very
Very
polite.
polite.
When did you feel that way? What did you see?
I think from the very first moment arriving in Japan, the experience through the airport.
Staff were nice
Staff
to
are
you?
nice, staff, everything's very
I
clear.
agree.
And then even when you pick up your luggage, somebody came up to me and said, "Excuse me, your bag is open," like or whatever, like very apologetic, like as if it was their fault that my bag was open.
すみません、your bag is open.
Yeah.
Why did you apologize?
Yeah.
I see. マスク。もうね、イギリスに旅行行く人、日本に旅行行く人、必ず口にするのがマスク文化。
It's now very rare.
Very rare.
As
No one wears.
in a train, full rush hour, maybe there will be 2 people.
本当にちらほらフェイスマスクしてて、There's no rules anymore. It's totally up to you if you want to wear a face mask. It's okay.
Nobody
but
wants
no
to
one-
wear a face
No
mask.
one wants to.
And-
Even in transportation.
And usually the people that do wear face masks are people that are vulnerable or people who might be, traveling on to a country that, that you cannot test positive or whatever.
Yeah.
Face masks in the UK specifically pretty much non-existent.
Nice.
In Japan, I guess it can be a little bit off-putting for a traveler. A lot of travelers, my channel is a lot about information about traveling to Japan.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask me, about face masks and do I have to wear a face mask? I don't want to wear a face mask. If I wear a face, I'm not going to go to Japan until they remove all the face mask rules.
Really?
And I say to them, then you're never going to go to Japan.
Never. It's
Because
not
there's
gonna
always
happen
gonna be face
at
mask.
least 5 years from now. Okay, next one. When you come to London, 日本の皆さん知っててください。レストランで注文するとき、you have to wait until staff comes to you, right?
Japan is kind of strange for me because it's a very quiet country with lots of rules.
Yeah.
But it's okay to say sumimasen,
すみません。
which is always very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I guess you could sort of
You give
try
like
to give a
cube.
stare.
Yeah, you give a cube.
Yeah.
Just talk with your eyes.
Or maybe,
I'm ready to order.
or maybe
like
maybe
small hands up.
or
Yeah.
excuse me.
But never say excuse me.
No, we
Maybe
don't.
it's okay in America, some part of America. In
I
Europe-
guess you could probably get away with it if it's a very, very busy, loud bar and it's packed with people. Probably it's okay to say, "Excuse me,"
Yeah, you could.
But if it's a,
But in general,
in general,
at the
no.
restaurant, you should not say
No.
excuse me. And about outfits.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it because it's a very controversial topic in Japan, especially Halloween is coming up, and one picture of 4 girls dressing
I saw
like
it.
maid-san, like sexy maid-san, is facing a huge backlash. It's because they're showing too much skins.
First of all, I think anybody can wear whatever they want. It's up to them completely.
That's true.
Like really.
Especially it's a costume.
Because in London you do get the one-off, you know, or two or whatever. Sexy Halloween costumes are very, very common in London or in Europe or whatever. You know, like sexy Halloween costumes. There's a whole like market.
Oh, but people are saying that the picture was a problem because they were dressing too sexy in Universal Studios Japan, where families go there. It's
So then
bad
it's, I
influence
guess-
for kids.
Yeah, I guess that if Universal Studios has a problem with it, then they have to set their own rules. If there are no rules, then you're not breaking any rules, are you?
Yeah. What do you think about Japanese people being too strict about showing girls wearing sexy clothes and showing skins?
Culturally, it's different than here. I know that there's problems in Japan. I've heard of like upskirting. You know, that's a problem. No, my understanding is that a lot of cases where women are harassed by men in Tokyo, nothing happens to the men. So culturally, I understand why certain people might feel this way. But me as a Westerner, I think that women should be able to wear whatever they want. And if you don't like what you're seeing, don't look. You know, that's what I think.
Now I think Universal Studio is gonna set more rules for next year.
I know that Disney have rules.
Yeah.
And then when Universal Studios change the rules, people will have a backlash saying that Universal Studios shouldn't have changed the rules. Because it's a way that...
There's always backlash.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Smoking.
You found it's very strict in Japan, right?
Kind of strict, but kind of not strict.
By the way, we both don't smoke.
No, we don't smoke.
We're not smokers.
Things are sort of the opposite of the UK, but in the United Kingdom, you cannot smoke indoors, but you can smoke outdoors. And you can walk whilst you're smoking.
Yeah.
But in Japan, you can't walk whilst you're smoking.
Never.
But you can smoke in certain situations indoors.
喫煙所。喫煙所でしか吸えない。
And I've also been to I don't know if this is common, but I've been to a cafe in Asakusa that had times. So from this time to this time, it was smoking.
Yeah,
And from this time to this time, it wasn't smoking.
yeah.
And it's really weird for me because I go in and it stinks of
It
smoke.
stinks of smoke,
You know?
but they have the smoke-free time.
Yes, that you wouldn't find in the United Kingdom
Yeah.
at all. There's no smoking indoors. There'll be heavy penalties if any restaurant allows smoking indoors. I love to sit in a terrace outside when it's
Me
a nice
too.
sunny day, but everyone is smoking outside.
Everyone around me started to smoke, so I don't want to sit outside, even though I want to sit outside.
Yeah, and then you end up sitting inside alone.
So as a non-smoker, I prefer living in Japan.
Okay, yeah.
It's more non-smoker friendly.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
I don't like the smoke. Let's go one more.
Do you think Japanese people are more fashionable than British people? Like, or
Yes.
Londoners?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's because Japanese people care more about how they look. We were talking in your video that even before pandemic, Japanese girls prefer to wear face masks to hide their faces because they don't want to go outside without wearing makeup. I think some people in London, they're fashionable too, but they wear more comfortable clothes than being fashionable. Do you think so?
Yeah, yeah.
I wear less high heels in London.
Yeah.
In Japan, I used to wear high heels every day, but in London or any other countries, we no.
Yeah, I think when you see somebody in London that's super fashionable, like really, you can really tell,
Yeah.
you think, oh, they have money.
Or do you think
Yeah.
that's why I get pickpocketed?
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
My iPhone was stolen. My bag was stolen. I always get targeted.
Wow. Who are you? I'm shocked. Saying that, I have a friend that she came to visit me. She did a stopover in London, and I said to her, "Be careful, because in London it's not like Tokyo. You cannot leave your bag in McDonald's.
Yeah.
You cannot, use your bag like a
To save your
to
seat.
save your seat.
Japanese people use their iPhone to save their seat.
Like you cannot do anything like that. Be careful. Like don't carry a bag
Yeah.
without a zip. Oh, actually, on that note, cultural difference. Wearing shoes indoors. Wearing shoes. That's a huge one.
Oh my god,
That's a
that's one of
huge-
my pet peeves. Every time I watch dramas on Netflix, people go to bed with their shoes on. I hate it. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
do you take off your shoes?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I take off my shoes when I come in. But here, I guess what happens is if you have a guest coming into your home and they don't take off their shoes, you don't say anything.
I say,
You say,
I
but
tell
you're
them.
Japanese.
let's say a gardener come to your house
Yeah.
and their shoes are covered with mud.
I wouldn't say anything.
You wouldn't say?
I would have been polite. I would expect the gardener to feet are filthy, so I'm gonna take off my shoes or ask for a rug or something. Usually they think they would, common sense, but I would never
You don't
ask.
force
I
people.
wouldn't force it. And then when they do come, I then vacuum.
Oh, okay. That's what I need to learn from you.
The rule in Japan, like genkan or whatever, like
Genkan, yeah.
like if it's a step up, you need to take off your shoes.
Yes.
That's pretty much the
Yeah.
rule in
There's
Japan.
a
We should have
clear
said that in
line.
my video.
Yeah, right.
At the
Genkan,
end.
genkan.
But yeah, genkan, or if there's a step up, you need to take off your shoes.
Yeah.
Which is something that I didn't realize when I first went to Japan.
You didn't realize?
No.
You went step up with
not
your
necessarily.
shoes
I mean, you can tell when the shoes. If other
Oh.
shoes are there, you're like, okay, I need to
Okay,
take off
you
my
need
shoes.
to-
So
面白い。確かに。
面白いです
面白い。まあ話は尽きないんですけども、ネイさんのチャンネルでも私の対談動画が出ていて、What did we talk about in your channel?
we spoke about rules that foreigners should follow when they go to Japan, or things that they should be aware about if they travel to Japan.
Yeah.
Obviously, through the perspective of a Japanese
Japanese
person.
girl そうだからそっちのビデオもフル英語で話してるので、まあ、英語の勉強したい方とかは特に見てくれると面白いかなと思いますということで続きはネイさんのチャンネルで見てください Thank you very much for coming
ありがとうございます。
ありがとう
ありがとうございました。
See you in my next video
またね。
またね
Subscribe.
Subscribe